I want to just take a few minutes and I want to talk to you guys about the power of one. Now, I don't know about you, but I've often underestimated the power of one. You know, when I think about it, it was one question, will you marry me? And one answer by my wife, Missy, yes, that has radically changed my life. In a very good way, by the way, in case you're wondering. You know, it was one decision that I made to surrender my life to Christ that has changed everything about my life. It was one decision after Missy and I were married to decide, you know, we're going to have one kid that's turned into 3 kids with a 4th on the way now. The power of one. You know what? It was one God who gave his son Jesus to die for the whole world. Yet you know what? He'd have done it for only one. He'd have done it for only one. And he wants us now to begin to do the same thing, just to begin to invest our life in one. But the cool thing is this, if you begin to invest your life in one, and then you invest your life in one again, and you invest your life in one again, the power of exponential growth begins to kick in, and it is absolutely amazing what can happen when we invest in one. You know what, the Apostle Paul really understood this when he wrote to a young pastor named Timothy. It's found in 2 Timothy 2:2 when he says, "The things that you have heard me say in the presence of many witnesses, entrust to reliable people who will also be qualified to teach others." So Paul said, here you go, Timothy, and then you invest in one, Timothy, and then you continue to invest in people who will continue to invest. It's the power of one. Let me show how this works. Many of you guys, if you're involved at all in a financial investment field, you'll understand the power of exponential growth. Okay, if I take one person and I invest myself in them for a year, just one, for a year, I disciple them, I help them grow in their relationship with Christ and also grow in their purpose of making disciples. And then at the end of that year, I say, hey, I want you to do the same thing. I'm going to stay connected with you, but you invest in somebody, I'm going to invest in somebody, and we're going to do that. And we keep doing that over and over again. At the end of 10 years, by starting with one, I will have effectively reached over 1,000 people. It's pretty amazing. But you do 5 more years, so a total of 15 years, starting off with one, and that number grows to nearly 33,000 people. And you know what? By starting with one, at the end of 33 years, not much longer than it takes to pay your mortgage off, you can have effectively reached 8.5 billion people. That's more than the population of the world, simply by starting with one. It's incredible power in one. By investing in one, you know what you can do? You can change the world from right where you're at. So my question to you is this. What are you going to do today to invest in one person? How are you going to do it? Who is going to be that one person that you begin to invest in? So I want to challenge you with this. I want to challenge you to get up, go find that person that you're going to invest yourself into. Start with one, and when you do that, you're on the way to changing the world.